Hello, everyone. Welcome to 2D Board Gamers. My name is Dave,
And I'm Dirk.
and today we're going to look at the fourth villain in the second campaign for Galaxy's Most Wanted. This is Nebula. So, yes, Nebula as a villain, and then later on we got Nebula as a hero, and she's a signature ally, and she's also a minion as well. So Nebula is pretty versatile.
Yeah, she's a jack of all trades. She can do it all.
Right. All right. But let's take a look at Nebula's scenario.
All right, so whenever we're starting here with the Art of Evasion, whenever we're setting up, we're going to want to make sure to grab Nebula 1 and 2 if we're playing Standard. If we're playing Expert, we'll grab 2 and 3. We are going to grab the Power Stone. So she is the first one who's going to come in with that. You'll see that in a minute. We'll grab the Ship Command, so that's coming back. And we will grab one of the standard encounter sets and one module set. And the one that is recommended with her is Space Pirates.
Dirk's favorite.
Oh, yeah. I love the Space Pirates. Yeah, can you just... I'm just dripping with excitement.
You'll see why he loves it so much.
All right, so whenever we're setting this one up, we're going to put the Nebula ship into play. We'll put the Milano support into play. We'll attach the Power Stone to Nebula. And then we are going to discard 2 cards per player from the encounter deck. And for each technique that's discarded this way, we're going to attach those to Nebula. So, yep. She could get, in a 4-player game, she could potentially get all of them out.
So the rough story is while we were inside the museum distracting the collector, Nebula stole the Power Stone from his collection, and now she's trying to get away with it to give to Rome, to give the villain 5. All right. So Art of Evasion Stage 1B, 6 threat per player. Starts with 2 threat per player, and we add X threat per player. X is equal to the number of evasion counters on Nebula's ship, which we'll go over that.
Okay, so Nebula's ship here. So this is a environment. It's an aerial vehicle, and as a force interrupt, whenever the villain phase begins, you're going to place 1 invasion counter here. And then as a first player action, you can exhaust the Milano and spend up to 2 resources of any type to remove that many invasion counters from, basically the number. If you spent 2, you can remove 2 counters.
Yeah. Shoot the thrusters. Yeah. So if you don't stay on top of that, because you add the numeral is the number of evasions per player to the scheme. So that's pretty horrible. Then the Power Stone here, set up attached to the villain, permanent. Get +1 scheme or thwart. You'll see what that means in a minute. +1 attack. After a hero or a villain deals 3 or more damage to the attached character with a single attack, attach the Power Stone to the attacking hero or villain. So this is this gives you'll see Nebula's stats here in a second, but this gives Nebula starting with a +1 scheme, +1 attack. But if you're able to do 3 or more damage, especially if you're playing like a damage heavy character or a character who doesn't take damage, like a perfect defense protection or something, to keep the Power Stone on the player's side, that helps. Yeah. And if you do a basic thwart, then of course you get a +1 thwart, or if you attack.
And this card is actually a standalone, or it's a single card module. So this is a 1 card module. So this is when we have it to where, since we do our modules randomly, whenever we play games, if we ever get the Power Stone, we tend to add an additional module.
Yeah. It doesn't count as one of the modules.
Yeah.
But we'll add it, like if it shows up randomly, it's like, okay, Rhino has the Power Stone, and
he'll get another module.
And he gets another module, yeah.
All right, so Nebula here on her starter side 1, she is 1 scheme, 2 attack. She's a criminal. And then the first technique attachment revealed each round gains surge. So if more than 1 are revealed, then it's just the first one. And as a force interrupt, whenever she initiates an attack against you, you're going to resolve the special on each technique, and then you're going to discard each of those techniques.
Yeah. So if you saw our Nebula hero review, you saw how cool the techniques were that, gave her all these cool abilities. Well, that was actually based on, replicating
Yeah,
what
of
this
this
villain.
card.
Yeah, the villain.
Yeah, and I thought they actually did a really good job of
Yeah.
translating that.
All right. Then we got stage 2 here, which of course you start with an expert or finish up in standard. Uh, 2 scheme, 2 attack, criminal. The first technique attached each player reveals each round gains. And I think before it was
This one was just the first one.
yeah, just the first one. Now it's the first one that each player gets, and there are a lot of techniques in the encounter deck. Spoiler.
Yes.
Force interrupt. When Nebula initiates an attack against you, resolve the special ability on each technique attachment in play, and then you get to choose and discard only one of them.
Yeah, because remember the last time you discarded all of them on the other stage. This stage you only get to do one.
Right, and it's 17 hit points per player.
Yep. Oh, I didn't even mention the hit points on the first one. The first one was 14 per player.
All right, then Nebula.
All right.
3.
Nebula 3, so she starts off with 20 hit points per player. She schemes for 2, attacks for 3, and then the first technique from each player again gains surge. And then whenever she attacks, of course, or whenever she activates, you're going to resolve all of the specials. And then you may then remove the top card from your deck from the game to remove one of the attachments. So you can only do one, and you have to remove a card from the game to do it. So it gets tougher as you progress.
All right, and then this is a 2-stage scenario. So we got warp drive initiated, stage 2A. When revealed, we're going to place 2 evasion counters on Nebula's ship, which is horrible.
Yes.
And then for each invasion counter on Nebula's ship, discard the top 2 cards of each player deck and the encounter deck. So trying to mill decks.
So this one, it has a threshold of 9 per player. Of course, if it completes, players lose the game. It starts with 3 threat per player, and each round it will get X per player. And X is equal to the number of invasion or evasion counters on her ship. So yeah, this one this is another reason why you definitely want to try to keep control of those, because it adds a lot if you don't.
Right, and you automatically are not advancing this turn because you added 2 evasion counters on stage 2A.
Yeah.
Now you have to do the action just to get back to where you were.
Yep. And of course, if this one never completes, you lose.
All right. Then in her deck, there are a lot of techniques. So first of all, we got 2 copies of Cutthroat Ambition attached to Nebula. Nebula cannot take more than 5 damage from a single attack. And as a special, place 1 threat on the main scheme. And then after this activation ends, attach this card to Nebula and resolve its special ability. So you can't avoid the techniques.
Yep. All right. Next, we've got 2 copies of this one. 1 copy of the Evasive Maneuvering. So this one you attach to Nebula. She gains Stalwart. The special for this one is you are stunned, and if you're already stunned, you give her a face-down boost card. And if this one comes out as a boost after the activation, you will attach it to her and resolve the special. So that's the same.
Okay. Then we got 1 copy of Unyielding Persistence attached to Nebula. She gains Stalwart. She gets the special. She gets a tough status. If she already has a tough status, then she gets a face down boost, and the boost is the same. You resolve the special.
Next, we've got 2 copies of Weapon Mastery. So this attachment gives her Retaliate 1. And the special is you'll take a point of damage, and the boost is the same, is she'll attach it and resolve the special.
All right, then we got 2 copies of Wide Stance attached to Nebula. Reduce the amount of damage she takes from each attack by 1. And of course, if you get both of them, she reduces it by 2. And as a special, discard 1 card at random from your hand, or 2. And then as a boost, you resolve the special.
Yep. All right, and then we've got 2 copies of the Lethal Intent Side Scheme. So this one comes out, starts with 2 threat per player. When revealed, you're going to discard cards from the top of the encounter deck until a technique card is discarded, and you will reveal that card. And this one has a hazard icon on it.
All right. Then we got 2 copies of Barrel Roll Treachery. Insight 1, so you're adding a threat to the main scheme, and Surge, and placing an evasion counter on Nebula's ship. And as a boost, you place an evasion counter on Nebula's ship.
Imagine this one with the surge if you turn around and get the other barrel roll. So then it's going to surge again and do it all over.
Yep.
All right, then we've got 2 copies of Combat Ready. So this treachery, whenever it's revealed, you're going to discard cards from the top of the encounter deck until a technique is discarded this way. Then you're going to reveal it and resolve its special.
And then possibly trigger the surge.
Yes.
Then we have 2 copies of Ruthless. When revealed, Alter Ego, Nebula Schemes. If threat is placed by this activation, place an evasion counter. Hero, Nebula attacks you. If you're dealt damage, then you place an evasion counter.
All right.
All right. So then we do have the Milano because that's the ship we're chasing her ship in.
Right. So the Milano, of course, it's a permanent that the first player controls the Milano, and you can, as a resource, you can exhaust it to generate a wild resource for any player. So you can, as the first player, you can choose who gets that resource if you're using it for that.
All right. Yeah, and then the rest of the ship command, which you shuffle in when you have the Milano. We got a rogue vessel here, aerial vehicle, surge. When the villain phase ends, deal 1 damage to each player. And as a first player action, you can exhaust the Milano and spend 2 resources of any type to discard this card.
Yeah, and it is first player action, so it is the first player who has to do that.
And unfortunately, it's labeled first player action and not hero action, so Sunfire cannot get rid of it.
That is correct. All right, then we've got the Cannonade here. This side scheme comes in. It starts with 1 threat, but it has Hinder 3, so it adds an additional 3 threat per player. As first player action, you can exhaust the Milano to remove 3 threat from this, and it does come in with an Amplify.
Okay, then we got Blindside Treachery. It's a peril, so you can't discuss it. Other players can't help. When revealed, choose 1, exhaust the Milano, spend 2 strength, or stun the first player.
Okay. The Hull Breach Treachery, also a peril. This one gives you the choice to either exhaust the Milano, spend 2 mental resources, or deal 3 damage to the first player. So be careful not to kill the first player with that one.
Then we got Power Siphon, peril again. Choose 1, exhaust the Milano, spend 2 energy, or discard 1 card at random from Dirk's hand.
No, absolutely not. I can see somebody calling me, hey, we just played this. You're discarding cards. All right, so then we've got special delivery. So this treachery.
Dirk's phone number is
no. So if you reveal this one, if you're an alter ego, you can exhaust the Milano. If you do not, then the villain's going to scheme with an additional scheme, with 1 additional scheme. And if you're in hero form, they're going to attack if you don't exhaust with an additional attack.
Okay. Then we have the Space Pirates. We got Pirate Commander here. Dirk's really happy about this group. 2 scheme, 2 attack, 6 hit points. Criminal, quick strike. Force response. After the minion attacks and damages you, remove 1 card at random from your hand from the game.
Yeah, I didn't think making me discard them at random could get worse, but they found a way.
Right. And as a boost, give the villain an additional boost card for this activation.
Then we've got 4 copies of the Pirate Lackey here. So he schemes for 1, attacks for 2. He's got quick strike and he's got 3 hit points. He's a criminal. As a force response, after this minion attacks and damages you, remove the top card of your deck from the game.
Yeah, so at least it's not random.
Yeah. Well,
it's blind.
It is, but
it's blind.
Okay. But as a boost, you're going to give the villain an additional boost card, an additional boost card for the activation.
And just in case you decide to defend against these minions, to try to avoid damage, we got Sound the Alarm side scheme. Each enemy gets +1 attack, and as a boost, reveal this card, and it comes in with 2 threat per player.
Then we've got 2 copies of Honor Among Thieves. So whenever this treachery is revealed, you're going to discard cards from the top of the encounter deck until a criminal minion is discarded. So one of the pirates. And then you're going to reveal that minion, then give that minion a tough status card, and the villain gets a face down boost card.
Although there are other criminals, so if you're playing this encounter set with another encounter set that has criminals, you might draw them.
Yeah,
you know, like
that is true.
Like Iron Spider, Sinister Six, I think they're all.
Yeah. It's not too often you actually
a lot of the ones,
for more criminals.
A lot of the ones from the hood, a lot of those modules.
Yeah,
are criminals. All right, and then if you defeat the Henchman in the previous scenario, the Headhunter, I mean, if you defeated the Badoon Headhunter, then you add this guy in. Headhunter's Henchman, 1 scheme, 2 attack, 8 hit points, Badoon, Surge, Patrol. So yeah, and this is you use this in a campaign. Although we do use the Badoon Headhunter sometimes as a random scenario, a modular set as well. All right. Well, anyways, let's bring Nebula. So yeah, Nebula is pretty hard. I think Galaxy's Most Wanted is definitely a rougher campaign, and especially when you see Villain 5 here in this the next video. Um, yeah, but it was really fun with all her techniques. And then of course the space pirates can really mess you up. Um,
I
but
hate the space pirates.
yeah. But anyways, yeah, so Nebula was very interesting. So, and now, of course, you can play with a feel of this if you play the Nebula Hero as well. And even though you're not supposed to play the Nebula Hero against the Nebula Villain, I mean, we've done it before. Yeah, you just think of it as a
Yeah, well, it's fun. We did Nebula and Gamora against Nebula.
Yeah, yeah. So it's sort of like reenacting a part of Avenger Endgame or something. Just that little part.
Yeah.
All right. Well, anyways, thank you for watching, everyone. Please like and subscribe.
And if you want to see more content by us, go ahead and hit that notification bell down there, and you will get alerts whenever we post new videos. All right, see ya.